Hi everybody and welcome to this video. I'm Laura123. This is just going to be a short, quick little video that I felt I really needed to make. So yeah, look, I've always been honest and open and, normally I wear my heart on my sleeve. I always say how I'm feeling and stuff, but I just feel lately that I've been keeping stuff from you. I've been lying to you. And I just thought it was time that I kind of, talk about stuff and open up and be honest. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for being my viewers. You're not just viewers, you're friends to me. And thank you for being so supportive and kind to me over the years. Being a YouTuber has been such an amazing thing for me, and it's become such a huge part of my life, and building up a community of the viewers and stuff, it's just amazing. So thank you to you for just always being lovely to me and supportive. And that's the other reason why I knew I needed to make this video, because I do care about you, and I felt like not telling you stuff and kind of lying about things, it didn't feel right for me. So okay, so where do I begin? Okay, so the first thing is that you'll see in my vlogs, I'm trying to be positive, I'm still trying to do my normal sort of stuff that I do in my life, whether it's reading a book or going shopping or whatever. And I try and make my videos fun, entertaining, positive, because, I know people enjoy watching them, and I want to sort of uplift people and make them happy while they're watching the content, right? But look, I am not a fake person. And I think that's why I needed to do this video as well, because I feel like I've been fake recently. I mean, to a certain degree, what you're seeing is real. Like, I am going shopping, I am reading a book, I am doing whatever. But the thing that I'm faking is how I'm feeling. Like, on camera, I want you to think, I'm okay and I'm fine, I'm getting through stuff. But the complete and utter truth is that I'm not fine. I have been so cut up, so depressed, so anxious ever since my mum has passed away. My beautiful, beautiful mum. She passed away, it's like over 4 months, just over 4 months now. And in my videos, obviously I've talked about her and said about things here and there, but I just got this paranoia that people just get sick of me talking about my mum, or they don't want to watch someone on YouTube just breaking down and crying all the time. So I've kind of acted, I suppose, and what is it they say? Fake it till you make it. Trying to be happy and jolly and silly and chatty, but inside I am just a wreck. If I'm honest with you, I'm an absolute wreck, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to open up fully about how I've been feeling. I suppose part of it is because if I do sit and think about how I'm feeling and show how I'm feeling, I feel a bit embarrassed. I feel, as I say, paranoid that people don't want to see that. I feel like if I start crying, I'll never stop. And if I'm completely honest, I'm still in denial. So I'm trying not to cry in this video. I'm really trying. But I'm an emotional person, so I'm going to try not to. But if it happens, it happens. So I apologise if I look a crying wreck. If I don't cry, it'd be better. But if I do, that is what it is. But I'm trying to be in denial, I suppose, that my mum's passed away. I can't even say it. Like, it just feels really weird to say it. But I kind of, in my mind, I kind of think like she's just gone on holiday or just moved somewhere. And I can't deal with it. I can't. Every day I'm trying to be strong, Every day I try and get on with every normal things that, in my routine. I know you might watch my vlogs and think, oh, she's really boring. She doesn't really do much, doesn't really go anywhere. Maybe I'm a bit boring, but I do like my life. I like my routine. I like doing the things I do. But like, however much I try and just be normal and get on with stuff and put on a brave face and not talk about stuff all the time, I can't escape what I'm really feeling inside, and that is complete, just heartbreak. Sorry. I know you saw in videos me and my mum's relationship. I know you saw us being funny, having a bit of banter between us. And, you know, you could see on videos and live shows how we got on, but you didn't see what happens off camera. The real love, the real connection, the, fact that I was obsessed with my mum since I was a little girl, been a mummy's girl. I remember when I was a little girl and she used to have to go to work. It's got really sunny. Oh, hold on, let me try and move round. Sit this way. But yeah, I remember when I was like a little girl and she'd have to go to work, and she'd take me up on the train to London, where my grandma and granddad lived at the time before they moved here, and she'd sort of drop me off and make sure I had all my toys ready and bits and pieces, and then she'd go. And I used to stand at the window waving her, even after she'd got onto the bus, because I could see her from the window going to the bus stop. And even after she got on the bus, I was still waving, and then I'd always start crying because I missed her within like 5 seconds. And sure enough, once I got my toys out, Grandma and Granddad would play and entertain me, I'd be fine. And then I'd get excited when they'd say, "Oh, Mum will be home soon," and but that's how I feel now. I feel like I'm that little girl standing at the window looking for her and she's not coming back. That's the difference. Sorry. I just feel like I've been lying to you all by just putting on vlogs. When I sit and edit everything together, I sit and edit my videos, and I just see me, this is me shopping in Sainsbury's, this is me walking, this is me on the exercise bike, this is me. If you were to look at that, and I look at it as I'm editing, and I'm thinking, I look like I'm kind of dealing with things well. Everyone keeps saying to me, "Oh, you're doing really well, Laura. You're coping so good. You're so strong." I'm just thinking, no, I'm not. I'm a bloody wreck. Just can't show it. The only person who sees me like this and crying and bits and miserable and depressed is Nathan. It's the one who's with me all the time, and I even with him I get embarrassed and I think, "Oh, stop crying, Laura," and it's not fair on him and he shouldn't have to deal with me crying. And I have this constant paranoia that I just drive people mad, so I try and not be upset, not talk about stuff, and I don't know. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of say what you're seeing in the videos, it is real. It is a part of me, but it's kind of, I'm just not showing the real how I'm feeling me, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm just trying to put an act onto everybody, whether it's on camera, doing my videos or live shows, or if I see my friends, or, like the other day I'm out with my dad and I had a cup of tea and stuff, and he was talking something about my mum, and I started to feel like I was going to cry, and I stopped myself. I was like, "No, stop it." And that's what I'm basically doing. I'm lying to everybody, making out I'm okay, but I'm not. I'm a wreck. I'm just looking at her chair, like literally looking at her chair now. She'd always sit in that armchair over there. I still picture her just sitting there. They're just not there. Shit. So I have been getting counselling as well. I have this wellbeing nurse ringing me sort of every fortnight, and she's lovely. And she's put me on this queue, like a waiting list for grief counselling. So I am doing something about it, because I realised the other day, and well, recently, that I'm just not coping well. Like, it's getting worse. And it's coming out in ways that, I think I mentioned it a tiny bit in a live stream the other day, but I'm just not mentioning it really in my vlogs. But I've been having like horrible panic attacks when I go out. I feel like, I don't know, I can't even describe it. Like, it's just a weird feeling of like, I feel like I can't breathe properly because I'm panicking. I feel like the floor isn't level, like I'm like lightheaded kind of thing, and I just worry that I'm going to pass out. I just get really weirded out in my own head. And normally in that situation, what I've been doing is just phoning Nathan, and he kind of calms me down, and you know, he talks to me on the phone while I walk home, and then I'm okay. Once I get home again and I calm down, I'm okay. But it would just come on anywhere. Like, I'll just be literally in a shop and I'll just think, oh God, I feel a bit woozy. I know it's panic. I know, because I've had panic attacks for years, but it's because I'm not dealing with it. It's coming out like that. I mean, the other day I was in the shop and I heard, like, my mum had this, sorry, I said it'd be a short video and I'm still rambling, but you know me. But yeah, my mum had a really old mobile phone. She had like a Doro little flip phone because she couldn't get used to smartphones, bless her. And yeah, so I was in the shop and I heard exactly the same ringtone go off that my mum had. And it was got like such a sort of random old phone, and you don't really hear that ringtone everywhere kind of thing. And it freaked me out. All of a sudden, 1 minute I was just looking in the shop, and then I was like, oh my God, you know, my mum, is that my mum? Where is she? It's horrible. I knew it wasn't my mum, but I just thought maybe it's my mum. Maybe she's come in the shop. I just felt such a weirdo. Because I know that's obviously not going to happen. I'm just not dealing with things well. And I'm sorry that I've been lying to you in videos by making out that I'm okay. And it's kind of, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But really, it's shit. It's so hard. Grief is awful. But I'm trying to get help with it and talk about it a little bit more with people. I've been talking to my friends saying that, you know, pretty much what I'm telling you, that I've been kind of making out I'm alright, but really I'm not. And I just get embarrassed and paranoid that they'll get sick of hearing about me going on about my mum and everything. Just don't know. I've been through grief before, you know, my beautiful grandma and granddad passed away and I miss them dearly as well, but this is like hell. It's like hell. I just want to like just sit with my mum and just have a chat about random stuff, or talk about work, talk about gossip, talk about anything, talk about TV shows. Or I even miss her nagging at me that the house is a mess and why haven't I done this and why have I left that there, and just miss her just giving me a cuddle and just saying, oh, it'll be alright. Or just making me laugh, or I just miss her. I miss the feel of her soft hair. I used to go past her and stroke her hair. And she loved that. Bit of pamper. I miss the feel of her soft hair. Or giving her a cuddle. She was a bigger lady. She always give the best cuddles. Really snuggly. So this is the real me. This is how I feel every day. But somehow I managed to not show that in videos. And I don't show that to people unless it just happens, then I have no choice. But anyway, so that's that. The other thing that I've been keeping from you is that I've lost my job. God. Just now. It's never nice to lose a job, obviously. You know, if you've ever been given the boot as such from a job, you know, it's never nice to be unemployed and stuff. But, like, it just feels like, oh, now? Just after everything? I'm trying to cope with everything, and then, boom, I get made redundant. Out of the blue. I don't know. I suppose there was always worries, even when my mum was alive, that, you know, they might let us go at some point. But I suppose because they never happened, I always thought, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then, yeah, well, it was just over, I think it's 2 weeks now. Hence, I've been keeping things from you. Just 2 weeks that our boss rang us up and just said, sorry, guys, because me and Nathan have both lost the jobs, not just me, Nathan as well, because we work together. Sorry, guys, I've got to let you go. There's no need for your roles anymore. So we weren't sacked. We were made redundant because they're literally not having telesales anymore. If you don't know, so I've been like telesales manager I've been working for this company for like 11 years. And before that, I was doing telesales for another company in the same office for a good few years as well. So I've been doing telesales for years, but they're getting rid of telesales. They're going to go more of a like digital marketing way. So, and I get it. I do. I understand it. But like, it sucks. I suppose I've always been quite spoilt in my life with the fact that my mum, my dad obviously when I was younger, but they always spoiled me, and I never had any worries with regards to like paying bills and stuff like that. Mum was always doing it. My mum was very, very good at saving. My mum was very, very good at paying all the bills on time through that. And, she'd pay in advance, so everything was sorted, and she'd be very organised with everything. And, me and Nathan would give her rent money every month, but obviously that would go to the bills as well. But now it's on just us. Like, obviously my mum's not here. So everything, with regards to all the bills in the house and food, drink, like everything, treats that we both like. I like buying books, he likes buying Lego or Pokemon or whatever. Or clothes as well, It's all down to our money that we get. And so I was getting, a reasonably good amount from my job, and we were paying the bills, we were on top of everything, and it was like a bit of a weird situation because I'd never been in this situation before. As I say, I've been completely spoilt. My mum just totally mollycoddled me and just, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, great, what am I going to do? What are we going to do? And I've gone into this manic panic. But I feel like I'm just panicking every day. All I wake up and think is, oh my God, I'm unemployed. What are we going to do? I need to find something fast. I need to get a job. What am I going to do? And then I'm like, oh my God, I miss my mum. Oh my God, I miss my mum. So every day it's all I'm thinking about. It's horrible. Like, my mental health is so shit at the moment. Sorry to swear, but it is. Like, I don't have any anger or anything. Like, my boss was so lovely, and he still is. He's still a lovely man. And he's been so kind, so generous, so lovely and sweet and understanding to all of us, me, mum and Nathan. So, yeah, I'll always have a lot of love for him, and he's a good man, and people we work with and everything, lovely people. But like, it just still sucks. Like, we've got no jobs. So, yeah, we're going to basically take some time out to process this for our mental health and try and sort stuff out around the house, try and get some relaxation in, try and just, keep spending time together. And then the job searching is going to go full on. I mean, I've already started, to be fair, because I can't just not do it. Like, I know I should be waiting, but I'm like, no, I'm going to look every day. I'm just on my phone looking at local jobs. I mean, I just want part-time. I mean, I wouldn't mind full-time, but I only want it if it's local. I don't want to travel because my anxiety is so freaking bad. I like to be in this sort of bubble area of Southend, and like, I don't want to be... So I got offered a job because I've been trying like every day, and finally people are actually getting back to me either emails or phone calls, and I mean, that is making my confidence grow a bit. Like, I don't feel like I've just been put on the scrap heap and no one wants me and I'm unemployable. It's been giving me confidence, but like, it's still not helping because they're jobs that I can't do. I think one of them offered me a job, but I don't drive. Well, I can drive, but I don't have a car anymore. So that was no good. The other one was up in like Rochford somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, So it's not that I'm being fussy. It's just that I've got to make the right choice. I've got to go for a job that I'm going to stick with and feel good and comfortable in. So But I feel like I've lied to people because in videos, I'm just, my vlogs, my spend a day with me vlogs, I'm just working now, and then I'm going to go, because I thought, I just can't face telling people about this now. I just, obviously, me and Nathan just told our family, and I told a few close friends, but I didn't tell people, because I just didn't want to. I was like, I can't, I don't want to tell them that as well. But there you go, you know the truth now. So, obviously, in the next few vlogs that you're going to see, because I'm filming this now, but there's vlogs I've already filmed, and you're going to see them, and, obviously I'm still talking about work and things, so, just, yeah, from now on, you'll know that them videos have already been filmed, but obviously now you won't, from sort of after them videos have gone public kind of thing, and I'm starting filming new Spend a Day With Me videos, I won't be lying about working. I will be saying, this is the morning, this is what I'm doing, and it's not work. Because I couldn't keep lying. I couldn't keep pretending, I'm working, here's my laptop, I'm working, because I'm not. I've, lost my job. Anyway, so yeah, I'm unemployed. My beautiful mummy has died. And we also have subsidence issues in the house. I mean, come on. Seriously, get a violin. But it is massive crack up there on the wall, massive cracks there, massive cracks upstairs, massive crack in the hallway. So we are in the process of getting the subsidence sorted. As I say, my mum was really good with all the bills and insurances and everything paid up, so we have got house insurance, and I've got to pay a bit of excess, which isn't great, but it would have cost a hell of a lot more if we wouldn't have had the insurance. So I'm going to just think of it like that. But yeah, it's a long process of waiting for them to come out and fix it. And then we don't know how long that's going to be, because they're monitoring the house to see if the weather can change the house, the subsidence. Like, it could get worse, they said, or it could just stay the same. So it's all just waiting. And I just want it all bloody done. I just want them to fix it and they decorate it. And then it'll be nice and it'll be fresh and new. But no, we just got to wait. So that's stressing me out. Every day I get up and I just look at these bloody cracks everywhere, and I'm like, oh. But they are being really good. They have sent all the right people round and investigating why it's happening, and it's literally one thing after another. Like, I just feel like I can't catch a break. I always say that to Nathan. I'm like, I can't catch a break, but like, he's been amazing. I think the only positive things come out of all this horrible, sad stuff is that me and Nathan have just got even stronger as a couple. Like, he has been there for me, I've been there for him. Like, he is just the best. Like, I love him so much. He is my world, and I don't know what I'd do without him. Like, he's just so amazing, and he's so helpful, and he's so understanding, and sometimes I won't say anything, but he'll just come up to me. He sense it that I'm feeling down or I'm feeling anxious, and he'll just give me a cuddle or a kiss, and I don't know, he just gets me. Like, he just understands me like no one else ever can, and I'm just so lucky to have him. I literally adore him. He's so good. He's best fiance ever, and one day he will be my husband. I know people keep saying, when's the wedding? Like, I'm just like, oh my God, my mum's just died. I don't want to be thinking of weddings. Even the thought of it just upsets me now, whereas I was always excited to one day have our wedding. Now I'm like, well, my mum's not going to be there. And I feel like it's lost its excitement. So we've said that if we get married, or when we get married, we're just going to go on our own somewhere. We're just going to elope, and then maybe have like a little party afterwards or something with like friends and family. But it wouldn't feel right for me. Sorry, it's only my. It wouldn't feel right to me to like have like a wedding with people there without my mum. I just couldn't do it. So anyway, I'm rambling. Oh, I just feel better now I've got it out my system to you. But I need to learn that it's okay. What is it? It's okay to be not okay. And but at the same point, I still don't want my videos to just be like, hello everyone, today is Monday, I feel really depressed, I'm not going to do anything I don't want that. I mean, I've kind of been saying recently, if I know that I feel quite down, I'll be like, right, I'm not going to vlog for a week, or I'm not vlogging for a few days. That is code for I feel absolutely shit and depressed. I'm not filming. I'm keeping away from this camera. by. But, you know, so I have been taking breaks from filming. I haven't really done that many live streams for the same purpose. But I just, you know, I want people to watch my videos and enjoy them. I don't want them to sit and watch me crying. But at the same time, you know, I don't want people to, I suppose, be fooled anymore. I don't want you to think, oh, she's doing really well. Yeah, it's good on her. Because it is a lie, because I'm not doing well. I feel like I'm falling apart. But, you know, I am trying to be positive. I'm still doing all my weight loss and fitness, getting fit, losing weight. I am still doing that. I mean, even that's depressing me. You know, if we're being real, like, knowing that I can't eat what I want when I want, having to write down all my foods, like calorie counting. You know, like, the other day I felt so depressed, so miserable and anxious and just horrible that I was like, right, I'm just going to go to the bloody shop and get a nice bar of chocolate. But then I was like, no, don't do it. You're on the diet. No. And I didn't do it. I'll be honest, I didn't do it. I was good. But then I felt sad that I couldn't do it. I was like, oh, I just want to have a bit of chocolate and be naughty, but I can't. Oh, it's not easy. And I think it's all happening at once. I think that is the main thing. It's all happening at once, whether it's, you know, the grief, worrying about the house, now worrying about work, what am I going to do, what we're going to do, my general normal anxiety, stress and depression that I suffered from over the years just keeps kicking in. And I try and be positive and I try and be calm, and then all of a sudden I'm panicking, or I just feel really anxious. I've got intrusive thoughts. I can't get them out of my head. I'm paranoid. It's just never ending. Like, I literally feel like, when is it going to get better? When will I actually be smiling again and it be real? Not, hi everyone. Like, literally, it be a real smile, a genuine happiness. Because at the moment, it don't feel like that's going to be for a while. And that's what saddens me even more. I just think, oh God, how long am I going to feel like this? It's so depressing. And then, like, Mother's Day is coming up soon. So everywhere I look in the shops in the UK, we've got Mother's Day in March. I know it's different in other places, but yeah, Mother's Day in March. So that is triggering me. Oh, and then my mum's birthday, 4th of March. That's triggering me. I feel like everything is triggering me for some reason or another. And I'm sick of it. I'm just like, I can't be doing with this. You know, back in the day when I had my really bad bouts of depression, I didn't even want to get out of bed. I wouldn't brush my teeth. I wouldn't eat much, or I'd eat shit. Either way, it was either not eat or eat too much. But now I'm just like, every morning I'm like, right, get up, go out, do your exercise, go shopping, talk to people, you know, make it. So I am trying all these things. And, you know, I suppose doing the vlogs don't help, because I'm like, you know, entertaining people. In my mind, I'm like, oh, these videos entertain people, so that makes me happy that I've got a purpose. But I don't know. Even though I'm dealing with depression differently and anxiety differently, I've still got it. And I just... What's that? Anyway. But I'm just, yeah, I just wanted to, like, jump on here and say that. I'm sorry, I spoke like nearly half an hour. I'm going to go now, but... Oh, stop shouting. Shh. But look, I'm very sorry. If you feel, like, hurt by me, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to keep things from people about the job. I didn't want to lie that, oh, I'm working when I'm not really. But I needed time for me to just process it and keep it quiet until I was ready to tell people about, you know, being made redundant. I also am sorry for if you think when you're watching my videos I'm faking it. I'm not faking it. I'm just trying to put a mask over the me that I don't want people to see, the depressed, the sad, the anxious me. The other happy side of me when I'm chatting and that is still me. Like, I'm not fake, but, like, I suppose I just bringing that out a little bit, putting it on a bit, instead of you seeing that I'm really depressed. Anyway, but no, I just want to say again, thank you for all of you, for your support, your kindness, your friendship. You're just lovely people. And, you know, I'll keep making videos. If it ever gets too much for me, I've got to keep it real. This is an honesty video. I've got to keep it real. If it ever gets too much for me filming, if my depression hits me so bad I don't want to film, I would take a little break from YouTube. I've done it before, so I do know in my own head that if it gets too much, I won't like give up my channels, but I will take a break for a little while to sort of sort out my head. But, you know, if that happens, obviously I will announce it. I won't just disappear like some channels do. But hopefully, look, I'll get on. And I think now I've been honest about this, I can show my true self a bit more in videos. And, yeah, I don't know. Oh, man, I look a mess as well. I look absolute mess. Right, everyone, listen, thanks for watching. And, yeah, I'll see you soon, alright? And yeah, you'll obviously still be seeing videos that I've already filmed and edited and that. But yeah, just, I'm sorry for lying. I'm sorry for keeping things from you. I'm sorry. But life's tough right now for me, if I'm honest. And I suppose I don't want to admit it, but it's true. But I've got to be positive, think to the future and try and be strong. And also for my mum, I'm trying to be positive for her and strong for her. I don't want her to, you know, think of me as this wreck who just sits and cries and miserable all day. I want her to see me that I'm trying to be positive. Because she was, you know, she was a fighter and she was a positive woman, and I don't want to let her down. Anyway, right, I'll see you very soon. Take care.